bless my aged soul. Good morning, ladies. Thank Aphrodite for the ladies. Am I right, fellas? Ah, yes. The ladies. Let's talk about them, my young students. Let's do that. Because what could be a finer way to spend a lovely, relaxing summer morning than discussing the fairer sex? And some of my views on the role of women in our ideal society are a bit scandalous. My opinions might just fly in the face of all you've heard and all you believe about the women around you, your mothers, your sisters, for some of you, even your daughters. Now, don't be shocked when you hear my proposal for the place of women in our ideal society, based on truth and knowledge and justice. My words might even anger some of you, upstanding fine men of Athens, but, of course, these are just words, and no one has ever been punished for mere words, have they, my friends? Now, where will we start on my shocking views on women, our ideal society, our ideal city-state, our just society, built on knowledge and run by those trained in philosophy in order to be virtuous? Everybody will have their proper place, doing their proper job. Now the question arises, what about the women folk? My young students, we would all agree that our women are necessary to the good of the city-state as well. They are our mothers. They are the mothers of the next generation of fine Athenians. They keep our homes orderly and well-managed. They oversee, with the help of slaves and servants, the preparation of meals, which feed us, strengthen us. They mend our clothing, and they cool off our often raging souls. Well, some of you would stop right there and keep our fine women shut away in their houses, deny them a place in our government. But you would be wrong to do so. Let us take a lesson from the nature around us. After all, in the wild do the best hunters, such as the wolf packs that roam these mountain trails around us, do these capable and honed hunting machines leave the female wolves back in the lair to merely wait for the day's kill to be brought into them? Of course not. We know from careful observation that in nature, often the females are in fact the stronger hunters, the strongest of the two sexes, male and female, working together for the good of the pack. If this is not the ideal situation in nature, then surely that situation should be good enough for our ideal city-state. Some of you will object. You will look at the wild, barbaric nature of our model, and you will ask, are we not more civilized, Socrates? And protest. Fair enough. Well, let us take our same pack of wild wolves and domesticate them, shall we? We know that when we take wild wolves off to the mountain paths and feed them, let them stay by our fires, share our homes, they become our beloved companions, our dogs, our very best friends. But do they simply lay around the yard, sleeping the day away in the warm sun? Well, of course not. For they have their role to play in our city-state. Indeed, they become our watchdogs, protecting our homes, driving away intruders, protecting our very property and lives. Oh, teacher, you might be saying right now, you have been in the sun too long. What does this business of wolves and dogs have to do with our utopian society? A great deal. For that female watchdog has her puppies. Does she simply stay at home all day pampering those pups, like many of our current Athenian women, cloistered off from her duties from society? Absolutely not. That female watchdog takes her place patrolling the grounds, just like her male counterparts. It's her job, her duty, and any of you who have mistakenly wandered onto her property know she can take care of it just as well as any male. I beg you, students, indulge me just a bit longer. Surely if our watchdog understands that both sexes are capable and equal, surely we as humans, the pinnacle of creation, of the very gods themselves, can understand this as well. You are smarter than a bunch of hounds, aren't you? Oh, men of Athens, sometimes I fear not. Let's get down to it then. It is a waste of the power of full half of the population of our new city-state to be shut off in their homes. Women, I argue, should step right alongside their male counterparts and assist them in running the ideal city-state. Let them take firm hold of the spear and meet the enemy on the battlefield. Who among you doesn't know a woman or two who could easily carry her own on the field of battle? Let her be educated, along with our young men, trained in the arts of rhetoric, poetry, and music. I long to see our young women right beside our young men, eager to learn. Think back to our three classes: our rulers, our protectors, and our producers and tradesmen. In every class, in every instance, the assignments of our citizens are based upon their abilities. Do we not all know some women who are smarter than men? Some women who are braver than some men? Some women who are better craftsmen than men? Better poets, better navigators on the open waters, better healers? In short, can't women do everything just as well, if not better, than men? If so, it's their obligation to step up and take their ranks in all three classes. Our women must help establish our ideal city-state. And all you naysayers, I contend, they are up for the challenge. We must simply empower them and educate them properly and get out of their way. Oh, my young charges, predict good things for our city-state when we set aside our foolish male pride and let our women take their rightful place. But I do anticipate your objections, your petty chauvinism. Oh, but Socrates, if the women are running the city-state, oh, fighting on the battlefield, who will have the babies? Dolts, we have already established who will have the children in our city-state. The best of the best, the finest of the fine will be selected to reproduce, to produce the next generation of our finest guardians. Besides, don't you worry. If I know anything about human nature, young people will always find a time for making babies. And while you might accept women sitting right next to you during your formal education process, learning about how to craft an effective argument or recite beautiful poetry about the honor of dying for one's country, you might be a bit hesitant to allow them to join you in the gymnasium. But Socrates, what if we have to exercise together and get all sweaty and they want to work out with us? What are we going to do? Grow up, people. Afraid that the ladies might make a comment on the size of your javelin? We're talking about societies here. We're talking about building our perfect utopia. In short, what we're talking about is girl power. What do you say, ladies? Isn't it about time that you had your turn? Until the next lesson.